The Knicks looking for their first win in the last 12 games. Allen out top. Dotson into the paint, and the first shot is good.
What's their reaction and reception to what Kyrie does?
Vonleh with a nice show and go. Finger roll and one.
And keep in mind, we had an interesting conversation with Brett to a very strong start here. First couple of buckets, Mr. Dotson gets
5th in defensive rating. Morris Sr. with the post up inside. A little bully ball for the layup. Vonleh out top. Luke Cornett fires and drills it. They're in the top 5 in three-pointers attempted this year. Knox for 3. Got it.
It really is. And he can score in all 3 levels.
And you look at the New York Knicks, and of course they're in the midst of this rebuild. You would have to think Cornett knocks down the 3 ball. Nice little 2-man game. And Jason Tatum back out to Kyrie Irving. Tatum on the baseline. He worked a lot on his mid-range game with none other than Irving with the rebound. Mitchell Robinson just checked into the ball game, and he got a good look.
And leap out of the gym. I've got a big on me. So if I'm going to release this jump shot, look at the kind of air he gets underneath that.
Kyrie on the move in a rush. Got it back. Marcus Morris drills the 3. Morris Sr. with the rebound. Another one of those pending free agents. Jason Tatum in traffic, and the Celtics have their first lead of the ball game.
Ryan, it feels like it's been a while since they've scored it.
They haven't scored in 4.5 minutes, New York. And they break the drought.
Tonight, because of the lack of guards, he's going to have to do some things.
There's some buckets and assists to be had as Robinson finishes off the alley-oop.
That's a really good job, man. Got to find offense somewhere. Put it between the legs. Go by Mr. Brown. Mr. Robinson in the house. I think it's a nice reward for a team that has, exceeded expectations. And D'Angelo has been absolutely outstanding.
Scott Perry and Steve Mills, the Knicks brass, called him up on a 2-way as Jaylen Brown is going to get a little room service and hammer it. Steve Mills.
The Knicks jersey.
Yep. Initially committed to Western Kentucky and changed his mind. Hayward! That's the Gordon Hayward the Celtics are waiting for.
Like Aaron Baines' presence is absolutely critical to this group.
Cantor inside, had it blocked. And got the follow-up to go.
Up into the mid-range before meeting size at the rim.
Baines on the pick and roll. Great dime by Hayward. Play for Sean Miller. A Wildcat connection on the court tonight. Trier drills the mid-range jump shot.
You can see his instinct is to score. I also love the fact that when they told him they were signing him to a 2-way, he said, I'm coming to camp, and there ain't going to be no 2-way. Yeah. I'm making the roster.
That at some point, Jamal Crawford has had his hands on this young man and mentored him. Hazonia inside with a nice cut. Guys not coming here will change. That was a very profound statement. Jumper good from the corner from Damian Dotson. Kevin Knox up court. Quick crossover.
Come on now.
Got the bucket to go.
He rejects a screen because of the New York Knicks. Mr. Knox is one of those. How about that crossover into the chest of Al Horford? Because of his ability to handle and create opportunities, boy, he's got a big body in there.
And Marcus Smart, meanwhile, Doris, win against the Clippers last night was huge when you look at them being the team in their immediate scope as Kyrie Irving gets the scoop shot to go.
Kyrie Irving off a little Iverson cut, and despite the fact that Dotson tries to get on his hip and help rotates over.
Tell you what, his stats really don't tell his value to the team. Irving knocks down the 3, and Uncle Drew
is just too good. Then watch Al Horford right there at the free throw line. Any attempt at a challenge was subtly blocked maneuvers right now. Then Kyrie Irving certainly got their attention this morning with his comments, Mark.
It certainly did, as Marcus Morris knocks down the 3. Got about $71 million in cap room potentially at the end of the season. Tatum with a nice strong drive.
And New York not at all able to lived it and know it. And I remember talking to Luke Walton last year and him describing that level of losing as soul-sucking, Mark.
short-handed. The 3 players involved in the deal not in uniform yet. Irving slams it home with 2 hands.
Boy, pretty.
Gordon Hayward was getting set to check into the ballgame. Brad Stevens calls him back. Little heat check. And he's running hot right now. Tatum. The lead ballooning up to 12. Trier with a counter.
Organizations in constant discussions about players and fit, and you're doing constant evaluations. In this day and age, so are the players. So how does Gordon Hayward look? How have the young players advanced? And what do they believe is coming their way? What does he believe is coming Boston's way in the summer?
You don't want to play that 4 against 5 game in the East. That's going to be a real tough matchup. Dotson from deep.
Well, this guy can really shoot it, my goodness.
And Horford with the board.
And we are going to hear from Adrian Wojnarowski as Kyrie gives him a little more separation. That's too easy.
I mean, never stops in this city. Whether it's Brooklyn or Madison Square Garden, as Dotson gets the lefty layup to go. Nice feed inside to Horford, and he knocks down the short corner jumper. You got your Woj alerts set on your phone too?
He blows up the whole league. Everybody. I don't think there's a player or a coach in G.
When I'm in church. That's it. I'll sneak a peek sometimes. Hazonia on the drive, cut off, but made something out of nothing. 23. And here's Mario on the break. Up to Knox. Nice little step and one.
It's the body of Jaylen Brown. Absorbs the contact, great focus.
Be part of that bench and Eric Spoelstra's coaching staff. Under 1.5 to play in the third. Hayward hits it.
Big shot.
Hayward with a pretty impressive night, Doris. 14 points on 5 of 7 from the field. Knox back the other way for the Knicks a little bit and talk to him about some of the nuances of being an elite player in the NBA. As Knox might not need all that mentoring after all.
Got to switch into pick and roll.
Irving and one. He got juice, he got sauce, he has it all working, and they have it.
All right, well, there's a couple of point guards that you could use on the floor, and Moutier's averaging just under 15 points per game. So the elevation just too tough.
Just 4 points for him tonight, but he had been on a tear. Trier got it to go over Baines.
It's exactly what David Fizdale was talking to Cassidy about.
And Brown at the other end. Rozier from the corner. Butter.
Well, every time they make a push.
You know, Brad on his son Brady and how his games are going. Hazonia on the drive. Nice looking hook shot.
Tell you what, he's shown a couple things tonight, right?
10 points for Mario Hazonia. Robinson getting ready to come back into the ball game, and a 3-ball. You know, I'm thinking about that game Sunday on ABC, Doris. Nobody talks about Russell Westbrook anymore as Brown gets the 3-point attempt coming up. Get a look at him Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Brown with the steal, going up high. Some calls on him. There are teams out there that want Noah Vonleh, which speaks well for the job that the Knicks have done. Well, making their assets, you know, desirable. Celtics to banner number 17. Is number 18 in the offing. Uncle Drew thinking that it might.
Tremendous amount of growth that he can do as Kyrie gets a big steal here. But I do like the move for that team, and that's going to be a couple free throws.
Rozier goes through the legs. Yabusele with the putback. Knicks playing right to the final buzzer. The Celtics win it 113-99.